your ruler.
Zod.
Your lands, your possessions, your very lives will gladly be given in tribute to me.
What's up, everybody? So apparently KANG, Jonathan Majors, the guy who plays KANG the Conqueror, is in trouble and he's getting fired. And I have no idea anything about it, what he's been accused of or nothing. Like, I barely know anything about it. Completely unspoiled, untainted. I don't know what he's been accused of or charged with, but let's jump into it. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by today. And if you've been following the news recently about Jonathan Majors, you most likely know that he was arrested on charges of assault. And even though that him and his lawyer claim that he is innocent and in fact the victim in the situation, he had his first court date in early May, and a decision has not been reached yet. And it doesn't seem like anyone can determine which way this is going to go. Jonathan Majors and his lawyer have presented text messages from the alleged victim and have even showed photos and video footage that are in his favor. However, the woman who is the alleged victim in this situation has not been proved to be lying. Neither has Jonathan Majors been proved to be lying either. So right now, it truly is a mystery as to which way the court is going to decide. However, this of course puts Marvel Studios...
Shocker, it's exactly what I was like, oh, is this a physical assault? No, it's a sexual assault. Shocker. Another accusation. I mean, come on, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just too many. It's just too many. You can't believe all. You can't. I don't know. It's just too many. And also, you can't prove a negative. This whole she hasn't proved to be lying. How do you prove a negative? How do you prove a negative? It's usually you're supposed to prove a positive. It's supposed to be the person who makes a claim is the one who's supposed to present proof of their claim. It's like you can't prove a negative. Just like, you know, I was like, oh. Anyways.
And Disney in a very tricky situation. The main actor that they have cast to play the main villain of an entire MCU saga, multiple phases, is in the news right now for being arrested and having allegedly assaulted a woman. It really is a hard situation for everybody involved, for Jonathan Majors, for the woman, and for the studio. In a perfect world, nobody would be abused and nobody would be lying. Unfortunately, that is not the world we live in, and a lot of Jonathan Majors' team has already dropped him, like his PR team and his management team. He's also been dropped from some commercials.
I'm gonna say it. From now on. Not from now on, always, but from now on, we all have brains, we all have logic, right? If she did not go to the police, and have black eye, contusions, visible damage, right? Because that's the only way the R word happens, is through forced compliance. It's the only way it's possible, right? Then it didn't happen. She didn't go to the police, and she didn't have visible black eyes, contusions. You know, it didn't happen. It did not happen. A woman does not go to the police looking like Rihanna. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. There better be that and his DNA. Gotta go to the police looking like Rihanna and his DNA. That should be the bare minimum for a dude getting charged and convicted of the R word. If that's not the case, then oh well, you messed up. If it did happen, oh well, you messed up. You let someone go to go hurt others, right? You let someone go hurt others. But the more likely scenario is it didn't happen. Because what is the first thing you do when you get robbed or assaulted? You call the police. Well, obviously I'm gonna, obviously I want to immediately get revenge. Get, I want vengeance. I want vengeance. Right? That's the first thing you do. So explain to me why you didn't. Oh, 'cause I'm ashamed. Oh no. You don't know the cops. You don't know the cops. You don't know any of the cops. You don't know them. Chances are, after you finish filing your report, you're never gonna have to see any of those people again. So what shame and humiliation? You're not gonna have to see. You don't have to see them. You're not gonna have to see the cops. Maybe you'll see them at your court date. Whatever. If it's just asinine, dude. I don't know. It's just asinine. It's illogical. This freaking world is filled with a bunch of weasels, dude. Weasels.
Commercials as well, and he has also reportedly lost some movie deals. So of course, Marvel fans, but the rest of the world as well, have their eyes on Disney and Marvel Studios, wondering what they're going to do, if they're going to do anything, about Jonathan Majors playing Kang the Conqueror, their main villain of the multiverse saga. And while Disney has not released any official statement, they have done some very official things that make it seem like they are indeed going to recast Jonathan Majors. And it really does kind of look like that's what Disney and Marvel Studios has decided to do. Here's why. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is coming out, and of course that stars Paul Rudd, but it also stars Jonathan Majors as the main villain of the movie. Plus, not to mention the post-credit scene, there is literally thousands of Jonathan Majors. Thousands of different variants of Kang, all played by him, of course. So it really is crazy that Marvel Studios is seemingly avoiding mentioning Jonathan Majors' name at all during any promotional material for Quantumania and Loki 2. In fact, if you go to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania right now on Disney+, it actually doesn't even mention the main villain, Kang. This is what it says for the description. Superhero partners Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne return to continue their adventures as Ant-Man and the Wasp. Together with Hope's parents Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne and Scott's daughter Cassie, the family finds themselves exploring the quantum realm, interacting with strange new creatures, and
that is
embarking
weird
on an adventure
that Kang
that will
is
push
not
them
mentioned.
beyond the limits of what they thought was possible. No mention of even a villain. No Kang, no the Conqueror, nothing at all. Now, he is still credited as playing Kang the Conqueror, of course, because they have to give him that credit. But if you take a look at a lot of Disney sites, there's no mention anywhere of Jonathan Majors or Kang. And according to a report from Alex B over at thecosmiccircus.com, Disney issued some sort of a mandate stating that in all promotional material...
Just the accusation. You are deleted. Delete. Public reputation. Tainted. Career. Deleted. Deleted from any mention. Delete. Just the accusation. Haven't even been convicted as guilty yet. I don't even think any criminal charges have been filed yet, right? This is just a civil accusation. No criminal charges. I'm not for sure on that, but I'm assuming most of the time when all this nonsense has been happening in the past however many years, no criminal charges involved, not convicted of anything. We won't even mention your name in the description or in the promotional material.
For Quantumania and Loki Season 2, don't mention Jonathan Majors. This is what Alex tweeted out today. Update on the Majors/Marvel situation. It appears there's an order on promotional material/articles from Disney regarding the arrival of Quantumania on Disney+. Under no circumstance is any article allowed to mention Jonathan Majors or his involvement in the film as Kang. In addition, new Disney articles that are meant to promote the film reference Majors and his role as Kang the Conqueror as the following: the new threat that frightens everyone, as opposed to mentioning the actor and even the character by name. Kang isn't even mentioned, it simply says new threat. But Alex continues to state, Marvel may continue to credit him for his appearance in the film, but Disney sites and articles at this time do not mention or bring him up in any shape or form. So no mention of Kang or Jonathan Majors playing Kang, simply just him being credited as Kang in the credits. And it really does seem like this is kind of an overkill if this is a precaution that Marvel is taking to kind of wait and see how the trial goes. If they are waiting to see if he's innocent or not, this is kind of an overkill. This doesn't seem like a precaution. This seems like they have already made up their minds. This seems like they are indeed going to recast Kang. If they are simply avoiding saying Kang or Jonathan Majors, that's a pretty big tell. And it's actually extremely crazy that they're not even mentioning Kang. They're calling him a threat. That's how they're referring to the character.
You know what
right
this
now,
reeks of?
right now,
You know what this reeks of? Because the dude only just got famous. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's been in other stuff, but he's only just become a household name because of his role in the MCU. Playing Kang the Conqueror in the MCU could be his big break to become a household name. And usually whenever a dude is on the verge of getting their big break and things going really well, a bitter ex will be like, oh crap, you are not gonna be successful, how dare you, right? And they don't want to see things go well for them. Same thing happened with my dad and my mom, right? He had a really nice job at Universal Studios. Things were going really well for him, and he was security for the park, and things were just kind of spiraling from there, like from being the security detail for various celebrities that would be visiting. He met Sylvester Stallone. From meeting Sylvester Stallone, he got a part as an extra in the movie Oscar. He met other directors and producers, because on the back, it isn't just a theme park. On the back lots of the theme park, they actually shoot stuff. They actually have studio productions on the back lots outside of the rides. It's not just a theme park. They actually film stuff there, and so a lot of Oscar was filmed at Universal Studios. So, anyways, he met different people from different TV shows. He got an extra part where he's actually on camera in the Swamp Thing series. He got a small little speaking part extra in the Superboy series. Things were going well. Things were like, these are small stepping stones. These are small little stepping stones, and you keep on hanging out with these people, and then things start happening for you. And he was really excited and happy about it. But he had to get surgery on his foot, because he had an accident that needed constant maintenance, like a long-term damage type of thing, where every so often you need a surgery because he had like metal implants in the injury. So anyways, my mom caught wind of it, of how things were going well for him, and she's like, it's just, she started calling Universal Studios and bad mouthing him and saying all sorts of crazy shit, to the point where they ended up letting him go. He was like, we can't have her calling here all the time being crazy and saying stuff, right? And not only that, but he had that part of Superboy recorded for me to watch as a kid, gave me the tape, and you know what she did? Instead of letting me, I think I saw it one time, think I saw it one time, and then I remember seeing it, but then I was gonna save it, you know, because it's important, it's sentimental. And you know what she did? She recorded over her soap operas over the tape, right? Now, for years, I only had the memory of it, and only years later did I get a hold of digital discs, and nowadays you can rewatch the whole series on Superboy. You can rewatch it like online, blah blah blah. But the point is, that's really crappy. And honestly, I still haven't. I don't know the exact episode. I know it's somewhere in like it's not in season 1. It's somewhere in season. The problem is the show is so garbage. I really don't feel like sitting through the whole thing to be like, oh, there he is, you know, like. But I know he's in there. But the show is just bad. It's like, oh man, that's the problem. Is you not only have, it's not something you can watch a bad show in the background and just listen to it, right? But in order to catch it and find it, I would have to very intensely pay attention while watching this really shitty show without getting distracted and doing other stuff, and that's why I still haven't found it. But yeah. So anyways, the point is, women are vindictive and not nice.
Now, all of the articles are stating Jonathan Majors, Kang actor, Jonathan Majors, Marvel actor. Everything that is associated with him right now is unfortunately bad, and he is associated directly with Kang, so that's probably why they aren't using the name Kang. Now, a lot of people have been asking, is Kang getting kind of wiped away? Is he no longer going to be the villain of the multiverse saga? Well, fortunately, we do have some good news in this department. Although Jonathan Majors may no longer be playing Kang, Kang is not going to be removed as the villain. Kang the Conqueror is still going to exist in the MCU. They will simply just recast the actor to play Kang the Conqueror. I mean, he was already in Loki Season 1. He's going to be a huge part of Loki Season 2. He's obviously the main villain of Quantumania, and the post-credit for Quantumania showed us that there were thousands of variants of Kang throughout the multiverse. And of course, we have Avengers the Kang Dynasty coming up. They're not just going to get rid of the changed. And Alex P even confirmed this when somebody
like
asked
Don Cheadle and Iron Man 2.
Entirely, Alex stated, no, absolutely not. Marvel is far too deep into the multiverse lore to back out with Kang now. The multiverse saga will continue. As for Majors, everyone will have the answer they're waiting for by the end of Loki Season 2, which is a very interesting comment. It makes me believe that they're going to do a little bit of rewrites with Loki Season 2 and somehow have a Kang variant come into the picture who is not played by Jonathan Majors. And from there on, they could kind of adjust the story as well, stating that the new Kang, played by the new actor, is the Prime Kang. And the one that they are seeing in Loki Season 2, the one we saw in Loki Season 1 and in Quantumania, that is simply a lesser variant of Kang. But the new one that comes in is the Kang, the big bad, the one that is going to appear in the Kang Dynasty, the true big bad threat. They can make this new actor.
You know, they could even say, oh, all those kings, that was just how Kang looks in all the universes where he's black, right? But here's the Kang and he's white, right? Like, that's not a crazy thing, because like that's not a crazy thing to say, because like it's the multiverse. There's infinite universes. In some universes, Loki's a crocodile. In some universes, Loki's a girl. In some universes, you're white. In some universes, you're black. That's not even a crazy thing to say.
Actor, that person, and it'll kind of all work out as far as continuity in the MCU goes. Now, what happens if Jonathan Majors
you know what would be even funnier? You know what would be even funnier? If Kang is a white woman. If Kang is a white woman. Kang Prime is a white woman. I, Kang the Conqueror, a white lady. You met You met my other selves, and my other selves in all these other universes. I'm a black man. But in this universe, in the Kang Prime universe, I'm a white woman.
In this trial, perhaps they don't recast him. The problem is, whatever direction this trial goes, whether he is found innocent or whether he is found guilty, there is still going to be opposition. If he is found innocent, people are going to say, well, it's a broken court system and the court system failed the woman and the woman is actually the victim. He shouldn't have won. But if he loses, then of course, there are going to be people who say, well, good, I'm glad he lost because he assaulted somebody. But at that point in time, if he loses, it's kind of a moot point. Marvel Studios will definitely be getting rid of him then. Again, we're trying to reserve judgment until everything kind of comes to light, but unfortunately, it does look like a pretty big uphill battle for Jonathan Majors at this point. And with Disney removing all mentions of him besides the actual credits, that seems like a pretty big tell that they are indeed going to recast the actor or possibly have already done so. They could have already made that move. They could have already told Jonathan Majors, hey, we're sorry due to this situation. You're out, and they could have already told a new actor, hey, you're in as Kang. We've heard rumors that Marvel Studios was preparing for this. Perhaps they found an actor in mind and they've cast him already. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what Marvel decides to do officially when they give us that official announcement of, hey, we've recast Kang, or
Dude,
hey,
that's...
Jonathan Majors is still going to be Kang. In the meantime, let us know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and leave a comment so you can enter our giveaway for a chance to win a piece.
You'd imagine, like, you didn't do it, and then not only is your reputation ruined because you're being falsely accused, but then this amazing thing is taken away from you and then given to somebody else. Amazing opportunity of being in a main character in a superhero, not just a movie, a superhero franchise. An entire phase of a 15-20 year franchise, and just poof. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for liking or watching this video. If you made it this far, you're diehard. Please like, subscribe, and all that stuff. It really helps me because 96% of you are not yet subscribed, so it really helps out in the algorithm. I'm on BitChute, Odyssey, Twitter, blah blah blah, Twitch. Stream on there sometimes. I'm not really consistent with it. I figure I build the audience on here, and then once enough of you are over there on Twitch and on here sometimes, then whenever I do stream over there or over here, then it'll be cool because you're already following, you already get the notification, blah blah blah. Anyways, thank you for listening to me rant. If you want to hear more rants, there's going to be a video popping up right there, best suggested for you, and I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Catch you in the next video.